Hi, my name is Tara Allen, and today I'd like to talk to you about tea. So I have here some different teas. I'm going to talk to you about the health benefits, what they help with your immune system, your health, your heart, your body, weight loss, whatever you need, there's probably a remedy in tea. So in particular, I'm going to talk to you about green tea, white tea, oolong tea, rhubarb tea, hibiscus tea, ginger tea, turmeric tea, and did I forget anything else? Black tea. So let's just go ahead and start. So this does look really crazy, but just bear with me. It is so fun to play around with different teas. So as you can see here, okay, this is green tea with mango, and I just put some slices of organic apple, oranges, some fresh or organic mint. I also put some grapefruit in there, and then I just kept the same kind of fruits. This is white tea with hibiscus, and I put the same things in there just to add some flavor. It's so good overnight. This is rhubarb tea. It's considered a red tea, so I just have it plain here. I have some mango green tea with a couple slices of orange and grapefruit with some tapioca pearls or boba, so I could have some homemade boba tea. It takes like 5 minutes to make it homemade, and then I just put honey in there to make it nice and sweet. This is actually an Arnold Palmer, so I just put some lemonade in there, half and half, with some black tea, with some lemon. This is a turmeric tea, so we're going to talk about pain management and maybe stomach issues and things like that. If you're not really feeling well, what should you take? And then I also have some ginger here. It's really good, and I have some lemon and stuff like that, and some honeys. But ginger is so good, like in a crock pot with some black tea and some cinnamon sticks and cardamom, and you can make some homemade chai. If you have some ginger around, try it. It's just really fun. I have another video on how to make homemade chai in a crock pot. So let's get to it. Let's just go ahead and start with black tea. So I have black tea here. Some of the benefits: it boosts your heart health, it lowers bad cholesterol, it does have caffeine in it, so you do want to mark. It does give you energy, improves gut health, reduces risk of stroke, and lowers blood sugar levels. So if you're looking for any of those, it reduces risk of cancer, it has stress relief issues, or not issues, but if you have issues with stress relief, then you definitely want to have some black tea. So those are the benefits of black tea. All right, let's move on to green tea. So I have tons of green tea. It's one of my favorites. If you're looking for the healthiest tea, it is white tea. So I'll go to that next. But it has more antioxidants and health benefits than green tea. A lot of people think that green tea is kind of the ultimate. It is very good, so let's just talk about what green tea has. That's this one here. I added more vitamins in there. So it does have caffeine, a little bit less than black tea, so we're going down a level in caffeine. Improves brain function, protects your brain from aging, so that's really important, especially nowadays when you're hearing a lot more and more of Alzheimer's disease and things like that. It helps your body burn fat. It lowers your risk of cancer. In fact, all of these do, so that's a common theme, is lowering the risk. Prevents type 2 diabetes, prevents cardiovascular disease. That's another common theme with tea, is it really is so good for your heart. It's an antiviral agent, so especially with the fall coming up and maybe flu season and things like that, you may want to increase your uptake in green tea because it's antiviral. Strengthens your tooth enamel, it prevents cavities, so that's really cool. A lot of these different teas have a lot of benefits for oral health that you may not have realized. It prevents dementia, it helps healthy skin, detoxifies your body, speeds up your metabolism. So it has that caffeine in there. All right, let's go to, I know I said white tea, so we'll go ahead and do that. It's considered the #1 healthiest tea. The reason for that is it is less processed than a lot of these different teas, and so easier on the body to get into there. So white tea, which is what I have here, I have it mixed with hibiscus, so I'm going to go ahead and talk about both, what hibiscus is good for and white tea. So that's right here. So white tea, of course, antioxidants, reduces heart disease, protects your teeth from bacteria. So again, you're hearing that oral health common theme. lowers your risk of insulin resistance. So I thought that was really interesting. So I highlighted a couple things that I thought were different, but yeah, white tea, insulin resistance, helps protect against osteoporosis. So again, it's good for your bones. Helps combat skin from aging. So if you're looking for some anti-aging properties, white tea is your number one bet. It helps your skin stop the aging process. Yes. Okay, mixed with hibiscus. Hibiscus lowers your blood pressure. So a lot of times, I used to drink it for my heart, actually, for about 10 years now. I knew somebody told me, like, hibiscus is good for your heart. I'm like, oh, okay, so I just drank it. But now I actually know why. So helps your blood pressure, lowers blood fat levels, boosts your liver health, and it fights bacteria in the body. So you have an antiviral and you have an antibacterial tea. So green tea, white hibiscus tea, you can even mix the two, and that would taste absolutely fabulous. Really good for this coming up season. All right. Next, okay, this is green tea, this boba. I love boba, and I made it really quick right before the video. I can't wait to drink it. After the videos, I actually like eat or drink everything. But I just got some boba straws that are reusable, of course, good for the environment. Just take a couple extra few minutes to clean them, no big deal. We're not putting it into the environment, but I have a boba tea. It's super good for smoothies and boba. So it's a good investment, really, really affordable, nice to have. Okay, this is rhubarb tea. It's considered a red tea. I hope I'm saying it right. That's what I've always said it. It has 50% more antioxidants than green tea. So rhubarb tea and white tea are smashing this green tea myth, I guess. But green tea is really good for you. Brain. So rhubarb tea, what is it good for? It helps with digestion. It's full of micronutrients. I thought this was so cool. It has iron in it. Iron, you know, is good for energy levels. It helps get the oxygen into your blood, helps you just feel better. So iron, zinc, copper, and manganese. Copper is actually good for your hair. It reduces kind of the early graying and things like that. So your rhubarb tea, all these things are like beauty elements. So strengthens your hair follicles, helps if you're suffering from hair loss, rhubarb tea may help. Boost your immunity. Another tea with antibacterial properties. So anti-inflammatory. So disease a lot of times stems from inflammation. So if you can reduce the inflammatory issues in the body, you can reduce those disease from forming in your body. It improves your sleep. So if you're struggling from maybe insomnia, maybe this is caffeine free. So maybe have some rhubarb tea before you go to bed and try and see if that would help. I know you've heard probably chamomile tea is good for that as well. Rhubarb tea improves your sleep. Enhances bone strength. So again, you'll see a lot of things that prevents osteoporosis, helps your bones, helps your hair, helps your body, helps your skin. So these teas are just so good for you. All right. Let's go to oolong tea. I didn't make any, but it's just right here in this big box. Healthy skin and teeth. It was about probably 6 years ago. My dad called me and he knew I was really into tea. And he was like, is there a tea that I can drink because I'm having like itchy skin at night? So I don't know if any of you suffer from that, or like you're laying down at night and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm like itching everywhere or scratching and things like that. And I said oolong tea because I just knew, that's my bird. I just knew that oolong tea was good for your skin. So he tried it and I think it worked for him. So healthy skin and teeth. Good for your metabolism, good for weight management, stress management, again, decreases inflammation. So another one that's gonna fight disease, boosts energy, fights obesity, has 100% of your vitamin C for the day. Promotes healthy hair, again, strong bones. But this one does have caffeine, so your oolong tea is something you don't want to have before you go to bed. So far, the rhubarb tea, good for before you go to bed. Okay, the last two are herbal teas. And I have a lot of them here. This is good for pain management and your stomach. So we've got turmeric tea and ginger. And I even have some that mix the two, having ginger and turmeric. So over here, kind of in my little medicine area, I have turmeric tea. Now, turmeric will stain your clothing and things like that, so you do want to watch that. It is a spice that is added to mustard to make it yellow. So if you've ever stained something, stained a shirt with mustard, and you're like, I can't get this out. So turmeric, just be careful with it as far as, if you're kind of clumsy or something. So just be careful with your turmeric. So what does turmeric do? Number one, it can reduce your arthritis symptoms. So it's a pain reliever. Tons of anti-inflammatory properties. Reduces cardiovascular complications. It can prevent and treat cancer, and it can prevent and treat Alzheimer's. So this is the only tea that I found information online that says that you can treat those things instead of reducing it. So all the other teas, they have maybe prevention properties, but this turmeric has not only prevention but also treating. So that's just something that's really amazing about this spice. It's like the amazing spice. Manages IBS or irritable bowel syndrome. So if you're struggling from maybe you're just like so stressed, you have that IBS, it's very painful, it's uncomfortable to live with. Try some turmeric tea maybe, and you can have it before bed as well. You can have it in the middle of the day, maybe after lunch, but you can have it before bed if you're struggling, your stomach is hurting or something before. All right, let's go to ginger. Last but not least, and then I have a couple of little tips. High levels of vitamin C in your ginger. It's an anti-inflammatory, relieves stress. Now this ginger is good for headache and nausea. So I actually take ginger when I'm feeling nauseous because I have, some stomach issues or health issues as well. And I take it whenever I'm feeling really nauseous or sick to my stomach. It can also help with motion sickness, or if you're gonna go on a trip, you can take some ginger tea. It helps aid in digestion, improves blood circulation, fights respiratory stress, relieves osteoporosis. So another tea that helps with osteoporosis is ginger. Good for flu. So if you already are sick, try some ginger tea. And on top of that, slice some fresh ginger in there and put some honey, nice honey, and some lemon in there. It helps with menstrual pain. So if you have a monthly cycle that is just so painful and it almost debilitates you or something, or you might have to lose work or school or something, try some ginger tea. See if that alleviates some of the pain, just to relieve and improve your quality of life. So, that is all the information that I have for the tea. Now, just a couple different things that I have here. I have some bee pollen. If you want to add a little bit of some local bee pollen, that's really good for your health. I love having like fresh mint or fresh basil. You can put it in your tea, add a nice little flavor. Here I just added some fresh organic lemons. I have this little thing here where I can infuse my tea. It's an infusion kind of thing, and overnight it's just so good to have that. If you have a couple of containers but you have some extra tea, I just have some this is just extra tea that I couldn't fit in all of this, and I just put some fruit in here overnight. I can shake it up. I have sweetened all these teas with just a little bit of raw honey, organic of course. You can try these hot. I kind of like my tea really cold. I sweeten it with my honey before I put them in the refrigerator. But I make everything hot, kind of in a coffee pot maker, and then I can, dissolve the honey in there really quick and then put it in the refrigerator. But it's really nice to just carry around some hot tea, especially since it's getting cold wherever you are. Some places it's getting cold. But yeah, I just have, just some different things, but enjoy your tea. Last but not least, I have here some almond, cashew, macadamia nut beverage. You can use maybe some oat milk or some almond milk or something. A little bit of milk is actually, or non-dairy of course. I don't promote dairy, but adding a little bit is just so nice, and it's almost like a little latte of tea. So enjoy, stay healthy, and be well.